when they get to that is going to be the decider of who wins.
Yes, I think this initial gank onto the Lady Sun and Ming combination will determine how this game will go, right? If you fail the gank, instantly Shanks and ACC, they level up together, they have a huge goal lead, you're going to lose in the lane, you're going to lose across the map. But if they are successful on the side of OG, then Shanks and ACC are off to a horrible start.
And this is a no Purify Lady Sun, so there's a lot of ways you can go ahead and reach it, right? We have the Unbridled Outburst from Zhang Fei there, which can easily get comboed up by Wen with all of its distance and gap closing abilities, as well as Keke. So there's a lot of ways to dispatch Shanks here. It is a matter, so there's going to be a tightrope that Shanks is going to be walking this game, because a lot of resources are being put into their basket.
Yes, and Twisted Minds, like you said, they want to put massive focus on the Shanks in terms of the farm, so they're going to get him double lanes of farm here and maybe approach the jungle as Shanks and ACC start rotating towards the top side.
That is the treatment I want when I play farm lane here in solo queue. Wow, look at that. They feed him that wave here, gets ready to give him another wave. Here's what we're seeing here. They go throughout the jungle together. They're always going to be together there. ACC is Shanks' personal bodyguard here, walking around the map, but we see a bit of an invade here. Do they catch it? No.
Yep, they do.
Agudo got it?
No, An got it.
Yeah, An got it. I thought Agudo was going to walk up and try and smite that, but Smite was on cooldown already there. A little bit too late for that. So great early game on both sides here. Twisted Minds opting to funnel into the Lady Sun, whereas OG is trying to put the Agudo behind.
I'm curious how much this hurts Twisted Minds though, but because they did get some recovery in the form of the space right on the top side, right? Losing that Azure buff, is it really a big thing for the side of Twisted Minds? I'm not sure just yet.
I'd say the Agudo is not that resource heavy of a jungler here. It farms really well, regardless of its items and such. It's mainly there to just anchor the team fights, get the furball down to kind of peel people off of Shanks. This game is going to be all Shanks.
Okay, that initial dive onto Hailang not working out, and they get that first blood, and they give it to An as well, but he takes a fall. Meanwhile, Muchun has been caught in no man's land. Twisted Minds, they turn this entire thing around. They get the first blood, but they get 2 kills in return.
Absolutely, and look at this. Shanks catches another wave here. He's so incredibly farmed up. He just got a kill. This is like his 7th wave of the game, and I think only 5 of them spawn. He pushes in another wave, and this is what we're talking about. They're moving in together in unison, and they're collecting every piece of farm on the map here. So far, they've been doing the same thing as OG, trying to funnel up that early, but it's still 400 gold behind.
Yes, simply because there's a lot of stealing going on, right? Thieving coming out from the side of OG, making sure that they take the camps away, taking the jungle buffs away as well. Twisted Minds falling victim to the thievery of OG for the moment.
Absolutely. They are able to go ahead and secure their second Azure Golem here, though. But when this composition goes well, it's really satisfying to watch. You see that Ming and the Lady Sun link up, and they're just kind of walking together and just obliterating everything in sight. Let's see if they can go ahead and hit that critical mass, as we were mentioning here, though. But he is so far on track with the most gold in the game.
Yes, this is very important for Twisted Mind fans. At this point, it really is, can Shanks get one more big win in a team fight, right? Maybe not even a team fight, just a solo kill, and then he's going to be off the rails, and OG have no answer for that.
Absolutely, and while I would say this composition, they can get to that point where they're in critical mass, Arlie is actually, funny enough, one of the better marksmen against that, right? Being able to shut down all of the abilities of Shanks while they're in the air, if she wants to there. Whereas other, marksmen are not going to have that counterplay that Arlie's going to have.
I think it's dependent on that link with ACC, right? If ACC falls, then all of a sudden you're going to have a lot of difficulty, even if you're farmed out as Shanks.
Yep, and they're always going ahead and linked up together here. Shanks still relatively untouched, gets another wave here. I would say his farm has kind of slowed down. He's kind of back into the bottom lane here with Ming and just playing it a little bit more passively. First Tyrant comes up, and it looks like Twisted Minds is not going to fight for it here.
Oh, Muchan! Nice knockup as well. Nice combination. This is what we're looking for, the double kill. You have to take them both at the same time. And that's exactly what they did. Kerker jumps on the backline as well. Forces out the Destructive Deluge, and everything gone from the jungle of Twisted Minds.
I don't think I've ever seen a cleaner execution in my life. That was just art what just happened there. Muchin with a beautiful unbridled outburst on 2, and the millisecond that connected there when followed up with a flash combo of his own there. Oh, basically impossible to react to, I'd say.
That's right. Right. You have to make it clean because in this combination, and even half a second where you're allowed to spam your skills, ACC will get the heal onto Shanks, and then there is a huge turnaround. And for now, Clean, he can only watch on as 2 of the different members on the side of OG are going to put pressure on the top side. T1 maybe not yet secure, but this time it will be. Everyone on OG is here.
Here we go, we see another fight potentially come out here.
Nice
Wen gets caught though.
Yep, Clean manages that true mantra, gets the life of Wen for the rewards, but instantly traded out as a 1-for-1 trade, and Bridal Arbor is going to be laid down as well. Hailang, half health. I don't think they want to contest anymore. Twisted Minds cannot afford to lose more lives here.
Absolutely, a 1-for-1 there. Wen kind of caught out, a little bit low on health and does not have his flash available. He committed to take out Shanks earlier, so Clean catching him out with that flash truth mantra into the wall there, but still not that much of a benefit on side of Twisted Minds there. They're still down 3,000 gold. That one double kill really turned the game in OG's favor.
Yeah, Kaka here in the middle, facing 5 different members. Oh no, he will have to pay the price this time. A little bit too much greed here.
They always know you're in the bush, but I actually didn't know Muchin was in the bush there, actually. But most of the time they know, but when they don't know, great things happen. Keke does go down there. That's like the 3rd time I've seen Keke die in that bush, actually, from all games. He really likes going in that bush.
I mean, we always take it for granted that someone will be in the brush, right? That is the whole idea that I have when I go into games. But for now, An is working hard on the T2 on the bottom. Nobody's going to be able to stop him because the rest of the members on the side of Twisted Minds are all the way at the top side. And right now, vision is obscured for the side of OG.
Absolutely, and OG kind of similar to Game 1, kind of running away with the lead. It's not flashy though, you know? We're used to them having more kills and being a little bit more flashy, but they're just up hours, they're up farm. They're up 3.54k gold, even though it's 4-4.
I mean, that's the beauty of taking camps away, right? Taking resources away, fixed resources, or neutral resources away. And OG knows how to play with the lead, like you said before. The moment they secure it, it's so hard to wrestle their lead away from them.
Yeah, and now that they've lost all these towers, it's going to be hard for ACC and Shanks to move around the map as the unit that they've wanted to go before, right? All these bushes are so dangerous. They learned firsthand how dangerous it could be, and now they need to go ahead and be very diligent and check every single bush. They don't have these towers to provide vision for them.
No, they might force out the life of Hailang. He gets taken down, and this is going to open up the doors for a 4v5. The T3 at the top, open for contention. Twisted Minds, they put the members down, and with that, the lift step as well. They force out the ultimate from the side of Xue, and this is all a ploy because they're playing the map, the jungle, once again open for the taking on the side of OG.
Twisted Minds, they're doing a little bit better than last game, but the bar was not very high because they were doing really, really poorly versus OG last game here. This game, they're only down 5,000 gold at 8 minutes as opposed to like 8,000. So they are a little bit better off, right? Last game ended at 10 minutes here. It's 8 minutes so far, and they have lots of signs to life on them, but they are just so behind in gold.
And the craziest thing is they actually have 4 kills as well. It's just a 1 kill difference, but the gold differential is so massive. Look at An, he's already close to 7,000 gold at this point, closely matched by Dao Dao. They are practically unkillable at this point.
Absolutely. It just goes to show how well OG is delegating farm and taking that jungle. They don't really care about the kills. Kills are relatively even, but they are taking all of these objectives. And Twisted Minds, the caliber team they are, they know when they cannot fight the enemies and they are forced to give up that farm. That's why you see the kills are relatively close, but they've given up most of their jungles the last few cycles so far.
Which is what makes OG a very scary team because they understand when they can go for it. Look, a singular member rushed down from the side of Muchin. Did not catch eyes on Clean though. Maybe they want to get the setup. Unbridled outburst forces the flash from Hailang as well as Shanks, but it's not going to be enough for the moment because the waves are crashing in. The minions are in that T3 for now. Twisted Minds survive.
Muchin on the Zhangfei just wandered into the enemy team 1v4, 1v5, and no one dared to touch him. They were expecting the cavalry to back him up. No one dared touch him there, and he was able to go ahead and just zone 5 people alone there. But we see Clean trying to make some plays on Dharma here. It gets on super low, but not quite enough firepower, as we see Wen try to connect here. Twisted Minds, they're staying alive, they're churtling, but they're losing literally every piece of farm on the map.
Yeah, but OG, they're limit pushing. Did you see what they did there? They played to the last bit of health. They made them use all their resources right now. If Twisted Minds choose to take another fight, this is a horrible situation for them. There's no flash on Highline, there's no flash on Shanks as well as Clean. At the same time, no heals from ACC. The only member that has some potential is Shui, who does have the smite, does have the blood rage.
They're just stuck in their base here. They've lost every bit of farm here, and OG is just kind of strangling them here. This game, they don't have the Gudo to siege, so they're going to go ahead and win by other means, by out-resourcing the enemy, by literally taking every single piece of the jungle here. And they also go for a double objective here, too. I would say not timed the best here. Wen and An kind of ripped down that tower a little bit too quickly, making Dao Dao have to sit there and wait there. But it looks like they don't go ahead and pick the Overlord here. You know, they took out Tyra a little bit too quickly, not able to double steer here. But now look at that, Shui getting caught out potentially just for trying to even go into his jungle.
Oh, they really pushed them all the way back here. And this is going to allow the opening on the T3s. That's the real objective of OG. Push them back. We want you to get rid of that backdoor protection. And T3s in the mid and the bottom suffer the brunt of OG's damage.
They don't have the Gudo to set up those monsters to help push, but they have Dao Dao and Augen being able to jump through the wall and zoning the enemies away from the tower. Now, Twisted Minds only has one high ground left, and it's coming up to about a 10,000 gold lead here soon for the side of OG.
And this is how you maintain the lead, right? You just push them back, and once their jungle is cleared, you then start to work on your own jungle camps. And OG, with the same formula, right now, 20 seconds left on that primal bond, will be able to secure that second objective.
And what's impressive is no kills went down in the last like 4 or 5 minutes here. It's been 5-4 here for so long now. OG just not giving the enemies a chance. They prefer to take the farm instead of fights, right? And if they were to fight, it's going to be heavily in their favor.
How do you fight this if you're on Twisted Minds? Look, the Shadow Vanguards will be summoned as well as the Overlord, and this T3 looking a little shaky because it's going to be summoned in the mid lane. A lot more pressure coming in from the side of An. He destroys it, and they want to go in now. Can they get the knockup? Looking for it. Kerr gets that. Sets up for An to get the kill onto Highlang, and that deterrence in the form of Highland's ultimate no longer available. The pokes are coming in from Wen as the waves start crashing in.
Yeah, there are 3 Shadow Vanguards as well as the enhanced Shadow Vanguard coming down here. And then it looks like Clean is able to take down An, but there's just so many minions. I'm pretty sure that the minions or the Vanguards are enough to just end the game alone here.
Yes, it's not enough, and OG, they take game number 2.
That is the momentum we're talking about here. 2 games in a row, the wind is in their sails, and they're making them look easy too. They have showed no